to the after hour where whispers come alive. Pull up a seat and let your secrets glow. Lean it closer like what's hidden inside. Ooh, this is your confession show.
Welcome back to After Hours Anonymous, the podcast where we dive into the confessions and conundrums that keep you up at night. I'm your host, Luna Hart, and tonight we've got a doozy from a listener who's navigating a truly unexpected turn in her first year of marriage. She writes in, and let's call her Confused in Connecticut. Confused writes, Luna, I don't even know where to begin. My husband and I have been married for less than a year. It was a whirlwind romance, and I honestly thought I'd found my soulmate. We talked about starting a family, and just a few months ago, we found out we were pregnant. I was overjoyed. We were both over the moon. Then, about a month ago, everything shattered. I was looking for something on his laptop, and I stumbled upon evidence of him seeing other people. Not just one other person, Luna. Multiple people, and not just women, men too. It's like my entire reality just imploded. I feel so stupid, so naive. How could I have missed this? And now I'm pregnant, and I don't know what to do. Do I stay? Do I go? How do I even begin to process this kind of betrayal, especially when I'm carrying our child? I'm terrified, Luna. Please help me. Confused? My heart goes out to you. What you're going through is incredibly painful, and it's completely understandable that you feel shattered, stupid, and terrified. Let's take a deep breath together. You are not stupid. You are not naive. You were in love. You were building a life, and you trusted your partner. That is a beautiful and normal thing. The betrayal, the shock, the confusion, that's all a natural response to discovering something so devastating. This situation is complex, and there are no easy answers, but we can start to unpack it. First and foremost, your well-being and the well-being of your baby are paramount. This is a time for self-care, even when it feels impossible. Let's break down what's happening. You've discovered infidelity, which is a profound breach of trust in any relationship. Adding the layer of your husband's sexuality being more fluid than you perhaps understood, and the fact that you're pregnant amplifies the complexity exponentially. Your husband's affair with both men and women doesn't necessarily negate his feelings for you, but it does mean that the picture you had of your marriage and of him is incomplete or perhaps even inaccurate. This is not about blaming you for not knowing. People are complex, and sometimes they don't reveal all parts of themselves until much later, or perhaps they themselves are still figuring things out. The discovery, however, is the reality you now face. The pregnancy adds another significant dimension. This isn't just about the two of you anymore. It's about a child who will be born into this situation. You need to consider what kind of environment you want to bring your child into and what kind of support system you need. So, confused? What are the immediate steps? First, you need to gather your thoughts and emotions. This is a lot to process. If you have a trusted friend or family member you can confide in, reach out to them, someone who can offer non-judgmental support. Second, consider professional help. A therapist specializing in relationship issues, infidelity, and maybe even perinatal mental health could be invaluable. They can provide a safe space for you to explore your feelings, sort through your options, and develop coping strategies. They can also help you navigate the difficult conversations you'll likely need to have. Third, about those conversations, You need to talk to your husband. This is going to be one of the hardest conversations of your life, but it's unavoidable. You need to understand what he was doing, why he was doing it, and what his feelings are now. His honesty, or lack thereof, will be crucial in whatever decision you make. Be prepared for his reaction. He might be defensive, remorseful, or even try to gaslight you. It's important to stay grounded in the facts you've discovered. When you talk to him, try to be as calm as possible, though I know that's a monumental ask right now. Focus on your feelings and the impact of his actions. Use I statements. I feel hurt. I feel betrayed. I feel scared. This can sometimes de-escalate conflict. Now, let's talk about your options. You mentioned staying or going. These are the two major paths, and each has its own set of challenges and potential outcomes. Option 1, trying to salvage the marriage. This is a path that requires immense effort, commitment, and a willingness from both partners to rebuild trust. If he is truly remorseful and committed to change, you might consider couples therapy. This would be essential to address the infidelity, the underlying issues that led to it, and to navigate the complexities of his sexuality within your marriage. It's a long, arduous road, and there are no guarantees. You'd need to establish clear boundaries, and he would need to be completely transparent. The pregnancy would also need to be a central focus. How do you co-parent? How do you build a united front for your child? Option 2, ending the marriage. This is a path that allows you to move forward independently, focusing on your well-being and your child's. This doesn't mean you won't grieve the loss of the marriage in the future you envision. It's a decision that will bring its own set of challenges, including the practicalities of separation, co-parenting, and financial arrangements, especially with a baby on the way. However, it offers the potential for a fresh start, free from the deep betrayal you've experienced. Confused, the decision of whether to stay or go is entirely yours. There's no right or wrong answer, only what is right for you and your child. Listen to your gut. What does it tell you? What kind of future do you envision for yourself and your baby? Regarding the pregnancy, it's crucial to attend all your prenatal appointments and to take care of yourself physically and emotionally. You need to be healthy for yourself and for your baby. Discuss with your doctor any stress you're experiencing, as it can have an impact on your pregnancy. For all of you listening tonight who might be in a similar boat or facing any kind of betrayal, first, remember your worth. Your value is not diminished by someone else's actions. You are whole and complete on your own. Second, trust your intuition. If something feels off, it often is. Don't dismiss those gut feelings. Third, seek support. You don't have to go through this alone. Lean on your friends, family, or professionals. There are people who care and want to help. Fourth, be kind to yourself. You are going through a trauma. Allow yourself to feel your emotions, to grieve, and to heal at your own pace. There's no timeline for recovery. Confused, you are strong. You have the strength within you to navigate this, even if you can't see it right now. Take it one day, 1 hour, 1 moment at a time. Focus on what you can control, your own well-being, your decisions, and the love you will pour into your child. This is a difficult chapter, but it does not have to define your entire story. You have the power to write the next one on your own terms. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, tonight we're sitting with a confession that doesn't have clean edges or easy answers. And honestly, most real life stories don't. Confused in Connecticut, before we close tonight, there are a few more things I want you to hear. Not as advice, not as directives, but as gentle truths you can hold while everything feels unsteady. Right now, your nervous system is in survival mode. Shock has a way of freezing us in place, of making every choice feel impossibly heavy. That's okay. You don't have to decide anything tonight, or tomorrow, or even next week. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to exist in the in-between without having your entire future figured out. There is a quiet pressure society puts on women, especially pregnant women, to be strong, to hold it together, to do what's best for the baby. But strength does not mean swallowing betrayal. And doing what's best for your child does not mean sacrificing yourself at the altar of someone else's secrets. Children don't need perfect families. They need emotionally safe ones. And safety begins with you feeling grounded, supported, and respected. It's also important to separate two things that are getting tangled together in your mind right now: your husband's sexuality and his betrayal. Exploring or questioning one's sexuality is not inherently wrong, but deception is. The pain you're feeling isn't because he's bisexual or fluid or uncertain. The pain is because he removed your ability to consent to the reality of your marriage. He made choices that affected your body, your heart, and now your child without your knowledge. And that matters. If at some point you choose to explore reconciliation, it should never come from fear. Not fear of being alone, not fear of starting over, not fear of raising a child on your own. Reconciliation, real reconciliation, only works when it's built on radical honesty, accountability, and sustained change. Not promises, not tears, not panic apologies. And if you choose to leave, that doesn't make you a failure. It makes you someone who chose truth over illusion. Either path will involve grief. Either path will involve courage. So don't let anyone rush you into deciding which grief you're allowed to carry. For those of you listening tonight who recognize pieces of yourselves in confused story, maybe you're not pregnant. Maybe the betrayal looks different, but the feeling is the same. That moment when the life you thought you were living suddenly fractures. Please hear this. You don't need to have missed red flags to justify your pain. You don't need to explain why you trusted. Love is not a mistake, and betrayal says everything about the person who chose it, not the one who believed. As we wind down tonight, I want to leave you with this thought. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't staying, and it isn't leaving. It's sitting still long enough to hear your own voice again. Underneath the fear, the noise, the advice, the opinions, that voice already knows what you need. Confused wherever you are right now, hand on your belly, heart heavy, future unclear. You are not alone in this moment, and you are not weak for feeling shattered. You are human. To everyone listening, if you have a confession you're carrying, something you've never said out loud, you know where to find us. This space exists for the truths that don't fit neatly anywhere else. Until next time, take care of yourselves and be gentle with the parts of you that are still healing. Before you go, if this space feels safe to you, if these conversations matter, follow After Hours Anonymous wherever you listen to your podcasts. It helps this show find the people who need it most. We'll be here when you can't sleep.
After Hours Anonymous. When the night winds call your name and the city sleeps in silent haze, we're the whispers in the static frame, guiding thoughts through moonlit mazes. Stay a while until the dawn, find the truth in every hidden song. You're not lost when you're here alone. After hours you still belong.